Hi, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and I am your hostess. And this is my granddaughter, Genevieve.
You grandma.
Yes, and I'm grandma. And this is a podcast about knitting and dyeing and spinning of yarn.
Everyone called the Genevieve.
Yes, and her name is Genevieve. And here comes my grandson, Tobias.
And the killer name all the glows.
Yeah, as you can tell, I still have a few more weeks out here in California, and I'm sorry about missing a week of podcast, but we've been very, very busy. My lighting isn't the best in here today, but we'll make do. So let's see. Today is October 13th. It is Friday the 13th, but hey, it's just another Friday. And this is episode 86. Wow. I want to welcome everybody to the podcast today. I know you have a lot of choices as to what to watch out there, and I appreciate you guys all tuning in here. I love you. I want to welcome the new, as well as those who have been watching for a while. And big hugs, and love you all, sweetie. Let's see. We have a lot to talk about today. If you look at my podcast notes, you will notice that there are a few projects such as the temperature Afghan. There's a few things. I'm sorry about the interruption. There's a few things that you're going to notice on my podcast notes that I'm not going to show you today.
Not talking.
It's listening to me, and then it will talk back later.
And you are on podcast and not talking on it.
Well, I don't talk all the time. Although on my podcast, I generally do. Okay, I don't have the temperature Afghan because that's back in Ohio because there's no way I was going to drag all that yarn out here to California. The Twisted Trails by Lisa K. Ross. That's my grandson's sweater, and I will be working on it soon again. I have it in the bedroom. I'm just waiting to work on it. As soon as I get something else done. However, I am practically done with my second sock from my Gail's Art New York. Yeah, New York sock blank. And look how beautiful that is. I am on the ribbing right now, and I've only got a couple more rows of ribbing to do. And then I will be done with it there. Now you can see the colors.
And I'm making a pizza.
Yes, my granddaughter is making a slime pizza right now. So, hey, we're having a good old time.
And this is
In fact, she went to zoo class today.
The soap.
Which is at the Sacramento Zoo.
To what you have.
And they talked about animals from the savannah. Can you tell me one animal you find in the savannah?
Giraffes.
Giraffes, which happen to be Genevieve's and my favorite animals. And then after class, we walked around and we saw a few other things. Okay, let's see. The Graceful Lily, which was my double knitting project, is at home because I didn't want to bring it out here where I'd have to concentrate on it. I needed things that I wasn't going to have to concentrate quite so much on. Let's see. What else?
And here's your pizza.
Thank you. There's my wonderful slime pizza. It is purple, which is a wonderful, wonderful color. So, hey.
And I need soap to wash it.
Yes, you do.
Wash the pizza.
One thing I have not put in the show notes.
Washi.
Oh, yes, I did. It's My Honey Sweater, which is a sweater for Genevieve. And I wasn't real far on it last week. But let me tell you about this. This is made from Knit Picks Gloss in the Kanai colorway.
And my hands are
I'll have to see if I can find. I can't remember who was the designer of this pattern. I will look it up and I will let you know. But I don't know if you can see there. You can see some of the lacy work up by the yoke and the collar. And it is a top-down sweater.
And I now baked a hot steak pizza with rabbit.
And
Yes.
this stripe in here was left over from the Corone cake yarn that I made her hat out of. So I had a little bit left, and she likes this color. So I decided to put a stripe. And I have got, probably maybe half of this sleeve done. There's a ribbing stitch in here, and then it's knitting down here with your increases and things. So this will be done soon. And yeah, this is for my Genevieve. So that's one thing I am still working on. Okay, now let's see. Finished objects, nada one. I've been too busy working on the sock and the sweater. I haven't had time to get things done. However, the sock will be done by the next time I do it. Now I hopefully will have a new sock started, because I am a little bit delayed in making my son's birthday present, which I'm going to be making out of the Lang Jawal Magic Degradé Superwash. I got this at that big yarn sale that we had at my hometown. And it's black, white, and gray. I think he wants to show his school bus. Yeah, you like your school bus, huh? Yeah, that's my Tobias. Okay, let me go on. What am I so happy about besides getting to spend all this time with my daughter and her beautiful, beautiful children? Well, last weekend was Lambtown in Dixon, California, and we went on Sunday. It was a windy day, but it was still fun. In fact, in some ways it was a little bit more fun because it wasn't as crowded, but it was less fun because the outside vendors, a lot of them could not come because their things would have been blown away. It was that windy. But we did get to go to the inside vent. Oh, I should tell you, I'm going to be putting some videos probably after I talk about this section. And it will be of the fun times we had there. And it will be of the vendors. So, let me see. Okay, that's beautiful. So some of the people that I saw there.
Can I have a slice of you?
Okay, so the vendors that I'm going to talk about, they will probably not be in the order they were on the podcast notes because we've had a little shuffling of the cards. Sorry, that was a little drop top desk that my granddaughter has that she just let the top drop on it. Try to keep it open, okay? The first one I'm going to talk about is she's a local soap maker. She had her own handcrafted goat milk soaps. I did not purchase any this time, but I am going to get some from her. Right now she is from Bangor, California, but she's moving to Ohio soon. And Genevieve, excuse me. Genevieve, please don't, honey. If I could get this in front of the camera. So it's Katie Hall, and I will make, and her Etsy shop details and her Instagram I will be putting there on the show notes. So that's Katie Hall, wonderful little independent soap maker. Then I have there was a couple people that did beautiful jobs. Just a second. Anyways, I saw this one nice lady. Her name's Nancy Finn, and her business is Chasing Rainbows Dye Works. Now, I did not put her contact address.
I can't see the
Just a moment, sweetheart. I did not put her contact address on the show notes, but if you can read this. This is where you could get hold of her. She's a wonderful little independent dyer also. Her yarns were beautiful. Okay, then there is somebody who I actually bought some yarn from this week, and their name is Sincere Sheep. Sorry, my camera's different. They're a little independent yarn maker from the Napa Valley. And I put their contact address on my podcast cast notes. Wonderful little place. I love this lady. She and I got talking and talking and talking. She used to be from my neck of the woods. So we had a wonderful time together. Then a place that I met, this is called a Slice of Delight, and she makes the cutest soaps and the nicest smelling soaps and lotions. It's called a Slice of Delight. And once again, there's her information. And I put her contact information on my podcast, on my show notes. So, wonderful lady, wonderful soaps. Then, oh my goodness, I dye yarn. Are you showing them what is that? Is that a doggy?
Uh-huh.
She wants to show you her doggy.
It has a bow and a collar.
Yes, it does. A bow and a collar. And this, of course, if you've seen Frozen, this, of course, is Elsa.
Uh-huh.
Yes, she got this for her birthday last year.
Uh-huh.
There you
and
go.
And this is her Frozen shoe.
Yeah, there it is.
This is her Frozen shoe.
Okay.
Because it's always at her Frozen shoe. Because her always make her themselves and make.
Yeah.
And then run away from her sister Anna, and then Prince Han, and then he'll make a world of the dress and make her own castle.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard all this. She's telling you the story of Frozen.
And her found her prince, and Anna found her sister Elsa, and her look so different.
You're right.
And then her sister Elsa get her hair right, and the world to the throne, and then go to Prince Hans, and I want Prince Hans to go for a kiss. So,
Oh, you're talking softer. People aren't going to be able to hear you.
yeah.
So, say she.
And then Prince Hans put her sister Elsa and dances and says and Anna tried to tempt her by freeze by turning into a statue.
Uh-huh. A statue made of ice, wasn't she?
And then her sister Elsa so do this.
Oh, yeah.
But
And
then-
what happened? Did she melt? Or did she unfreeze?
And turn back
Into Anna, didn't she?
Huh?
She turned back into not frozen Anna. Okay, I will not apologize for my grandchildren on the podcast because I absolutely love my grandchildren. And I love the way that my granddaughter is very much like my daughter in the way that she tells stories. So, lots of details and very good. Okay.
And then Anna fell into a deep, deep, big hole in her sister Elsa saved her. And then at the end, her used her hand to get Prince Hans placed into the water.
Okay, just a moment. So as many of you know, I do my own dyeing of yarns, and I have a little store, Napier's Knits, on Etsy. And I really would like to try some natural dyeing.
And I need to do some exercise.
Okay, you do your exercises.
My mom and dad always let me bounce on them exercise balls. Them always let me able to bounce on them exercise balls.
Yes, you be careful. Don't slip off, okay? So I came across this gentleman. He and his wife run this company. And it's called Dreamy Design Studio. And this woman actually gives lessons as well as has CDs and things all about naturally dyeing yarn. And it's called Dreamy Design Studio. And I was so impressed with them. I'm going to be notifying or contacting them. Sorry, that was the same desk dropping. No. And anyway, so they offer CDs and everything And this little pamphlet gives you some hints and things on how to natural dye. So I'm very tickled with this. Okay, so I came across this lady in her booth the last time I was at Lambtown, which was a few years ago. And she has the most beautiful colors, and you will see pictures of it when I put my little display. This is called Wonderland Dye Works, and oh my goodness, her colors are so rich and so beautiful. And like I said, it's not yarn, it's roving and things for spinning, but it's still gorgeous. It's gorgeous stuff. Then I came across I can't talk. A booth called Stitch Sisters. And oh, I tell you, it's a wonderful, wonderful places I came across. Greenwood Fiber Works, another lovely place. I tell you, it was amazing. And then there was a little place that had spindles. And since my granddaughter has watched me spin yarn so much with my spinning wheel, she's not ever seen me do my spindles. So I told her, when you get a little bit older, maybe I'll see about getting you your own spindle from here. And then Grandma could teach her how to spin. I have one more lady who she is a designer. And she has the most beautiful designs. Her name, or her design studio, is Keira Kay Designs. Now, I let my granddaughter go in, and she could pick out, she had such a wide variety of kits and yarns and everything. And my granddaughter picked out this beautiful Angora yarn, which was in the Felt Cow kit. And whereby my granddaughter doesn't necessarily care if she gets a cow, she'd like to have a scarf. I'm going to take the design and I'm going to make it into a scarf for her. That is just, all of her work is so beautiful. So I cannot say enough about her, and she was so friendly. So it says Keira Kay Designs for the modern knitter and crocheter. Wonderful, wonderful work. So her information is also on my show notes. I just want to make sure I give her a shout out. Oh, I did forget a couple. KeiraDesigns.com. I did forget to mention Namaste, because I don't have a card from them. Namaste. We were looking through all the booths and everything, and my granddaughter saw some really sparkly, and we decided it was unicorn hair, and it was so beautiful. Okay, I need to also show you some stash enhancer I got while I was there. And this, besides the Keira Designs, I got 3 skeins from Sincere Sheep. My grandson picked out these, and he is looking forward to me making something out of them for him. And my granddaughter picked out this. This is Equity Fingering. It's from 100% Rambouillet sheep, and it's a fingering weight yarn. And like I said, it's from Sincere Sheep. And the other is a Cormo Sports, which is 100% Cormo, from 9 Mile Ranch, KC, Wyoming. And it's a sports weight. And so I'm thinking with 400 yards in each, this would go pretty far. This one did not have a color name. This one is called Cumulus. So anyways, I did have a wonderful time there. Now, in case there is somebody out there who is wondering, well, she hasn't announced a winner for the double knit with you and me knit along. Well, I have a winner. We only had 1 entry, so it's not very hard to guess who the winner is. I'm not going to say your name right. Anvita Sinha won, and I'm sorry I butchered your name left and right there. I am sorry about that. But you have won it for your beautiful double knit. That was your first time for knitting, because those were beautiful. So I will give you an option. You have 2 weeks to contact me. If you are interested in a skein of my yarn, you can let me know. Or if you would, which that will wait till I get back home. So that won't be until November. Or I can offer you one Ravelry pattern for $7.50 or less. So you just let me know. If there's one or the other that you might like, let me know. And we will get together with all that. When I get back home in November, we are going to be starting a knit along, which will run till the end of the year. And this is going to be very much like the one I did last year. And it's called Knitting for Others. And it can be, you know what, it's going to be crafting for others. Because it could be knit, it could be crocheted, I don't care. As long as it is for someone else. I will put the rules up when I get home. And it won't really start until like November 8th. Because that would be the first day I would be home. So get your thought processes going as to what it is you might want to see. Now at this time, I am going to put the footage that I have from Lambtown so that anybody who would want to see it, you are more than welcome to see it. And actually, I will do that after this part. Sorry about that. Because I don't want you to forget if you want to see what I have been doing these last 2 weeks, you could go to my daughter's blog, which is called Beyond the Schoolyard, and you can see the 2 weeks of fun we've been having. So I would encourage you to go there because we have done some wonderful things. Okay. At the end of this and at the beginning of the podcast, I like to put down where you can find me at, so I'm not going to announce it here. This is where I'm going to put the footage from Lambtown. I had such a wonderful time. Everybody here has been so great. I will talk to every one of you. I can't promise it'll be next week, but the next time I podcast, I love you all. Big hugs, and I hope you have a grand week. Bye-bye.